Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be making this buzz inspired bow. And for this I was sent a fabric pack from Mama's Bow Fabrics. So I've already made that one, so this has got some cutouts on it. So this savings pack comes with sort of a silky felt backed fabric in white. Then we've got the purple felt backed velvet and some green glitter. So for this one I've also used a little bit of red striped fabric. Now this came in the Dumbo inspired pack from Mama's Bow Fabrics, but you could use any striped fabric. It doesn't have to be felt backed. Any red and white striped felt fabric will work for it, and you only need a little bit just for the edges of the wings. So if you do have the Dumbo pack, any scrap pieces save, and if not, you can use any red and white striped fabric at all. You could even do it with pieces of ribbon. You could cut pieces of ribbon up to make the pattern. All sorts of ways you can do it. So next thing, I've got some scrap pieces of glitter fabric. I've got a little piece of green off of here, some red and some blue. They don't have to be glitter, they can be any scrap pieces you have, as long as they are red, blue and green for the buttons. And I also have the Buzz Andy footprint, which has come from Emma Jo Felties. If you want to check those two out, Mama's Bow Fabrics and Emma Jo Felties, I will put the links to those two shops in the description of the video. And they do ship worldwide, so no matter where you're from, you can have a look on those websites and see if they ship to you. So let's get started. So first of all, we're going to start with the white fabric. And what we need to do on this one is we need two pieces. We need the bottom piece and the middle piece of the bow template. It's a 3-piece template that I have here. We're going to do green with that one. So we need to draw around these templates and cut them out. So I have my pieces cut out here, the middle, the bottom, and I also have cut a strip for the middle of the bow for this bit here. So next we need to do the top layer in the green. So I'm going to go and draw around that and then cut it out. So here's the green part cut out. I'm just going to put that to one side with the white. And I just wanted to show you what I do with this. So this is a scrap piece that I've got from the green. So you just want to cut a piece of that scrap off. Then you want to cut it a little rectangle from that. And then we just round the edges off. You can leave them as rectangles if you like. I just think they look more like buttons when the edges are rounded off. So we just rounded the corners off there to make these little sort of rectangular pieces with rounded edges. I need to make one of those in green, blue and red for the buttons on Buzz. You also want to do a circle. You can find something small to cut out, or you can draw around something, or just freehand it. I just freehanded it. You want a little red button too. And that's just for these details on here. So you've got the 3 buttons and this one too. So next what you're going to do is get the bottom template again, and draw around it onto the purple fabric. Now I'm not going to do this again because I made one of these yesterday and I don't need another one. So basically you're going to cut around the template, cut it out, and then you're going to be left with the full piece. Draw the full piece around the template, cut it out, and then chop it in half along this way. So then you're left with two halves of purple. I've obviously used one of them on the bottom of this bow. See if I can get it to go on. Doesn't quite go under, but that's basically one purple piece cut out of the bottom template, cut in half, and then we're just going to use one half of it. So what we do, get the bottom white piece, get the half cut purple piece, and we're going to glue that onto the template here. Now because you're hand cutting, it's not going to be completely precise to the one that you've just done unless you're absolutely amazing at it. We're going to pop that on there, and then any white bits that's sticking out we're just going to trim. And I've just got a little bit here that's not the same shape, not exactly the same shape, so I'm just gonna neaten that up so it looks the same. You need some really sharp scissors for this as well, because like I say, Mama's bow fabric are backed with felt, and the felt is pretty thick, and you do need sharp scissors to get through it. Next up, we're going to use the red and white striped fabric just to put a little bit on there, which is the sort of warning bit on the edge of Buzzer's wings. This is from the Dumbo Saver pack from Mama's Bow Fabrics. So what you want to do, ideally, I've already cut one there, just to show you what it's like. I'm going to do the other one today, but what you would do is put your piece of fabric on the edge of the ribbon like that, and then I draw around it for one side, and then obviously on the other side it wants to be flipped a little bit because the rounded edge is on the other side. So they're not both the same, you can't cut them out together. And draw around that. And we're going to cut this out. Don't worry about the pen marks because it's going to be glued down, you're not going to see it. Cut inside the lines, not on the lines or behind them, and then you don't get the pen, because I do see a lot of bows that have been done and you can see the pen marks on the edge of the bows. That's because you cut in too close to the pen mark. You want to cut inside the pen mark, not on the line, not above the line, but on the line. Now this looks like it's slanted. It's a little bit thicker on this end, so I'm just going to cut that. So it's a little bit straighter along there, a little bit thicker. Like I say, we're doing this by sight, so you just need to use your common sense on what looks good. So yeah, that looks fine. This bit here is going to be covered by the middle of the bow, so that doesn't really matter. But then we're going to glue this. Try and get as close to the edge as you can, but without putting too much glue on that it's going to seep out. Stick that on there. Take your time with this as well. You want it to look good, you don't want it to look messy. And again, if the shape doesn't look in line, you can trim a little bit off. That all looks lined up to me. So that's the bottom layer. Now what we're going to do is glue the white one together. This is the middle layer. And we're going to glue that to this. So because it's kind of 3D, because it's thick fabric, we're just going to put a couple of strips of glue on there and start assembling this bow. Make sure it's straight, and then we're going to do the green one. Again, I think I've mentioned this on one of my previous videos. If you've cut this and those middle pieces there stick out from the side here, just get your scissors in there and trim the excess off, and that'll just help the middle when you wrap it around the bow. So before we stick this on here, we're going to use the little embellishments that we've cut out. So you need to have cut out a red, a blue, a green and a little red button. So on the order, I put green first, then blue, and then red. So you need to just position these where you think they're going to fit, and the button goes on this side. Now I want to use this Andy footprint on this one. I didn't use the woody one in the cowboy one, so I would like to use it on this. So what I'm actually going to do is glue the green section onto the bow, and then we're going to have a look what it looks like, because I really do want to use it. I think it's so cute. It'd be such a shame not to. I think I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video as well, I'm going to put this on a 65mm alligator clip. I'm going to put the clip on, we're going to put the middle on, then we're going to embellish. So a little bit of glue on the clip. As always, open the clip. I've heard some people saying that their clips aren't staying on, so this helps it by tying the middle around the clip rather than the clip on top of it. It holds it on. If the glue comes unstuck behind the clip, it's still going to be stuck on with this middle part. Glue that on. This is one of the main reasons I actually do that, just to help the clip stay on if it does come unstuck. We can then always repair it rather than the bow falling off and losing the bow. So if you haven't got the Feltie, what you would do is stick those on, put the round bit there, and then you're done. But if you're going to use the Feltie, I'm going to pop it over this side like this, and I'm going to pop these on like this. So pop in the comments below what you would do with the Feltie. Would you use it? Do you prefer it with or without? I've actually had a request for one of these bows with the Feltie, so I do need to use it. Where would you place it? What placement would you give it on the bow? So I'm finding it quite difficult to use these footprints. They're absolutely beautiful Felties, but with a double layered bow, I think if I did one layer, it'd be easier to use it, but with it being a double layer bow, it's hard to place them on. I think this might work out okay. So we're going to put all the detail onto one side and the footprint on the other. Now with these little pieces, I've got long nails at the minute, which helps me hold on to these while I'm gluing them. You could use tweezers to help you. That's a really good way to do it. Okay, so then we're going to just pop this one on this side. So I'm just going to put some glue on there and pop it on there like that. I think that's the best way to do it. And then you've still got the detail of the buttons, but also Buzz's footprint with his Andy engraved into it. And I quite like that. So there we have 2 ways of doing the Buzz inspired bow. We've got the one which is quite plain with the buttons on there, and the other which is embellished a little bit more with the Andy Felty. So here's a close-up of the 2 bows. Let me know which one's your favourite. If you have a go at making it, post in my group. If you want to know what I'm talking about with the group, pop over to Facebook. I'll put the link in the description. Ellie Pops Bespoke YouTube. We have a group, and if you try out any of my designs, you can post in there. If you're struggling with anything, you can comment on the video or comment in the group, and I'll try and help you out. If you want to request any new tutorials, you can do that in the group. And we also have a hashtag. Join the group to find out what that is. And if you know what the hashtag is, comment it on the video so I know that you've come from the group and that you're watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see which ones I come up with next. I've got a Snow White bow, a Moana bow, and a few other inspired ones to come in this series. So if you want to get notified when those videos are uploaded, just hit that notification bell, subscribe, give me a thumbs up so I know you enjoy watching these videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.